Hi, I'm Srini, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the important change which came out with the 2.3.0 patch for Immortal Empires for Warhammer 3. That is, so the important thing happened for this patch is the changes came for Tomb Kings. So they nerfed the leadership for a lot of units in Tomb Kings. Most of the units for Tomb Kings actually. Yeah, they nerfed the leadership for them. They thought it's a balancing act. I don't think it's a balancing act. The complete mechanic is already fine. They totally messed up with the Tomb Kings now. So I will go through this stuff over here. They changed the short company tree. Target is Volkmar instead of Kalida. That's good. But let's go through this here. The Blessed Legion of Pakat, Skeleton Archer, which is the regiment of unit for Tomb Kings. Their leadership has been reduced from 55 to 45. Bone Giant is a tier 4 unit, getting a leadership reduced from 60 to 55 there. So 5% 5. So 5 reduced leadership for them. Chosen of the gods, Ushab the Great Bow has leadership reduced from 55 to 45. King Nekash's Scorpion Legion has leadership reduced from 55 to 45. Communion War Sphinx leadership has been reduced from 70 to 60. So let's go through here and I'll explain everything after that one. So Necron Warriors, the leadership reduced from 55 to 45. Necrosphinx leadership has been reduced from 35 to 60. Skeleton Warriors leadership has been reduced from 40 to 35. Skeleton Spearmen, their leadership reduced from 45 to 35. Skeleton Archers, 45 to 35. Tomb Guard 70 to 65. Tomb Guard Alberts 70 to 65. Kepra Guard, which is a regimental pronoun unit of Tomb Guard. So their leadership has been reduced from 80 to 70. Sphinx of Ushkab, the Necro Sphinx one, its leadership has been reduced from 85 to 65, the regiment of Renan 1. Ushab the normal variant, 55 to 50, the infantry one. Ushab with the Great Bow has their leadership reduced from 45 to 40. Ushirian Legion of the Netherworld, which is the Nerfed Warrior one. I think so. So I mean, if I get anything wrong in this video, so let me know in the comments below. So their leadership has been reduced from 65 to 55. Okay, so how I say this, the changes made for Tomb Kings is very bad. So you need to consider the fact Tomb Kings plays differently when compared to other factions, very differently. Even though they don't have upkeep costs, but you need to increase the capacity for a lot of the units. Apart from the Skeleton Spearmen and the Skeleton Warriors, which you can recruit unlimited of them, but you need the other units to keep you dish out a lot of damage when they will be holding the lines actually at the front. They will do fine, but they won't win the battle for you. But the other units can win the battle for you. The Skeleton Archers over there, Necron Warriors are performing way better in Warhammer 3 when compared to Warhammer 2. Tomb Guards, they are pretty much fine in Warhammer 2 and in Warhammer 3. The other stuffs over here, even the Skeleton Archers, Skeleton Horse Archers, they are performing well in Warhammer 3 too. So for increasing their capacity, you have to have more settlements. Let's consider this one here, the Tomb Guards. You need a tier 2 settlement, so like a tier 2 major or minor settlement. You need a tier 2 one. So for a single settlement, it provides 2 units of Tomb Guards. For the halberd variants, it's only 1. So consider this one here. So if your main infantry, this is our main infantry for Tomb Kings. If your main infantry having the leadership reduced from 70 to 65, they are pretty good. So they are pretty good in melee. And the Albert Venus, which is the tier 3 unit one, and you'll have minimum capacity for both of them. Right? You can't able to increase them straight away. So like if you are going against, if you take into consideration, so Cetra campaign, Cetra will be going against Khorne can recruit Bloodthirst pretty early. So it's an example. I mean, yeah, it's an example. It's not the case most of the time. So he will be going against most of the Bloodthirsters. He starts with an Bloodthirst straight away. We do have some couple of units there, but he can't able to recruit. What's this one? A lot of Tomb Guards. Tomb Guards can hold their own against maybe hold their own against Khorne, but you need archers to dish out a lot of damage. So you need to increase the capacity for archers, Tomb Guards, and all these stuff. So that's how the faction mechanics works for Tomb Kings, so that you can be able to finish off Khorne, and you can be able to deal with the rocket batteries from. Is that a rocket batteries? Yeah, the from Volkmar. He does have some cavalry, so you need to hold them, right, so that we can finish them off. So in the battlefield, you need to be careful. Yeah, you need a lot of these units to dish out a lot of damage. The skeleton warriors and the skeleton spearmen can't hold their can't hold them all by their own. So you need the other units. So by reducing the leadership for the other units, so I'm coming to the point now. So by reducing the leadership for this in the higher tier units, what happens is they will start crumbling straight away once they hit certain amount of damage. Even if you are playing in very hard difficulty, the enemy archers or missile infantry or the artillery will straight away go for your archers or your what's the one, the artillery pieces. So they will go for them straight away. So and once they get at this low leadership over here of 35, once they get some hit, they will start crumbling, and the crumbling will be faster. So for bloodthirsters and all these stuffs, they won't they start disintegrating, but they will come back. But as far as skeleton archers, stop to get them come back, so they will straight away disappear. So once you have around 25 units too, they will keep crumbling while in ideal position too. So they will keep crumbling and they will get wiped out. But for bloodthirsters, is not the case. I'm not sure what your bloodthirst comes in, but you'll get the point. So we do have a similar sort of things going on with tomb guards too. So tomb guards won't even come back with with the 20 to nearly 15 to 20 units. I see that happening in my recent Kalida campaign. So you'll get the idea. And also look at this one here. The tomb guards are tier 3 unit over here. Tier 2. This one is tier 2. Tier 3 unit. Let's go through tier 5 units over here. Cambrian Warspings, leadership has been reduced from 70 to 60. Necrospings, leadership has been reduced from 75 to 60. That's 15 leadership gone for no reason. Why? So it's in tier 5 unit, and you won't have like a 5 Necrospings in how many turns? You can for example, if you have 5 Necrospings or Cambrian Warspings for the consideration, you can able to recruit Cambrian Warspings. You can able to increase the capacity for Cambrian Warspings and this one here. But how much? So by 50 times, how much you are getting? 2, 3, maybe 5. Maybe 5. And at that point, you will be having like how many armies? 4. That's all you can have. But for Cone, how many armies they can have at 50 turns? Yeah, think about it. So it's a thing there. So by reducing their leadership, they can't hold their own on the battlefield. By reducing this much here and put the very hard leadership penalty on top of them, this will be nuts anyway. So even on the previous Kalida campaign which I was doing for the full map competition, which I'm not going to do it anyway. So we'll do have one more coming up in the future. I do have a community. I informed it on the community tab. You can check it. So let's go through that one at the end of this video. So for Cambrian Warspings, reducing their leadership to 70-60, what happens is I have seen leadership for Cambrian Warspings around 90. They do have 100% armor somewhere. You can able to get 100 armor, so not 100%, near 100 armor. So armor, the melee attack, melee defense, or doesn't matter if your leadership is low. So like for 9, if you can able to boost their leadership to 90 if you are doing well with them. Rank 7 or something around the mark, you can able to boost the leadership up to 90 before. Now you can able to boost it up to 80. And even now, look at this one here, 6 Necrospings. They were having like consider this one 90 there, and it will be reduced by 15%. What do you get? 75 leadership for an tier 5 unit, and it's a constant unit. It's a single entity unit. It's a big unit. Missiles can easily dish out damage on them. So you'll get the idea. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. Saying the crumbling mechanics needs to be adjusted or balanced or what it is against the vampire disintegration and the demons disintegration. I don't think it. So it's already balanced anyway. So just play the game first. Actually, so I'm not so sure. You guys may how do I put it anyway? Yeah, you guys may not accept my opinions here. But this one doesn't matter. I have seen how crumbling works right now. I have played 2 Kalida campaigns, and also this isn't. That one is the previous one is this is Total War campaign. So I have seen crumbling mechanic work. Okay, and the last stream which I did for Kalida campaign, you guys can see that one. So Necrospings, the Cambrian Warspings with more than 70 or 80 leadership, they were having off of their health at one point. They were straight away started crumbling when I put them into melee against the drops. Now what happens is, So they've held their own for some time, but it won't happen after this update, after this patch. So hopefully this patch for the Tomb Kings will be rolled back, and they will be back to what they were having before. This is an insane one. I'm not sure what they were thinking while trying to balance this one out. This is insane. So I don't like this. I have gone through the other stuffs, but this is the most important thing, and this is a game changer too. So the fun with the Tomb Kings will be gone. So on a higher difficulties at least. So on a higher difficulties at least, it will be gone. So for lower difficulties, leadership is not a huge issue, but you need to consider the fact even for lower difficulties, I am pretty sure if you take like a yeah, if you take a lot of damage on your some of the units here, they will start crumbling immediately. So for higher difficulties, it's very much insane. Look at this 35 leadership is not great either. So yeah, if you went against some enemies which causes terror, fear, there are a lot of leadership debuff going on. So then it's done. They will start immediately crumbling straight away. So 45 leadership is fine. So they can able to hold their own. Like a 15 leadership, they will have 15 leadership. What consider this one? If someone comes up a lot of stacks, and if you don't have like that extra 10% leadership, what happens is you will end up having 5 leadership. How many minutes it will hold the line? Yeah, how many minutes it will, for them to start crumbling? They will immediately start crumbling in a way. Once the enemy lord gets near them, they will start crumbling straight away. They don't need to dish out a lot of damage to clear them off. So if you have 15 leadership with all the debuffs, if just giving an example here, this is not the case. It won't be the case all the time. Yeah, if they have 15 leadership, they will hold for some time, and you can able to bring your lord or your other strong units against whatever hit is hitting your skeleton spearmen there. You can dish out and finish them off. Even for the skeleton archers, they will be shooting at those enemies. They are doing fine. The skeleton archers are doing way better than I expected in Warhammer 3. So once they were taking some damage, if you have a chariot unit or an cavalry unit going on the side, sepulchral stalkers, the necropolis knights, whatever it is. So the lord, so once these skeleton archers started taking damage, their leadership will be reduced, and this start immediately crumbling. So once before they were having 45 leadership, right? So they can able to hold their own for a couple of extra shots, and you can able to get around their archers and try to finish them off, and then you can able to save your archers. But it won't be the case anymore. So I'm not sure what they were thinking. Yeah, I'm not sure what they were thinking. Even for the tomb guards, yeah, they have to hold the line. It's not that they are like Kozars. They will start immediately running away after taking a lot of damage anyway. So it's not the case. Let's consider with the Kislev here. Let's compare this one with Kislev. The Kozars are there. The Kozars are it's not very similar actually. So just giving you an idea here. Skeleton Spearman, tier 1 unit. Kozar tier 1 unit. What's the other one? Celsi tier 3 unit. Tomb Guard tier 3 unit. Tomb Guard tier 2 unit. Armor Kozars tier 2 unit. So Armor Kozars, they do have a lot of leadership when compared to these guys over here. They can hold the line, but Tomb Guards, and now with the leadership over here, they can't. So they start yeah, once they hit 10% leadership, the Armor Kozars will still fight with their campaign what's that one, faction race mechanic. Yeah, they will still fight for some time, but Tomb Guards, they start crumbling after taking like a 50% of 50% of damage. Yeah, they will be start crumbling, and you need to get them back over here behind the line. Yeah, that's not going to work anyway. It's not going to work. I'm not sure what we're thinking. Even the Ushab unit, even though they are tier 3 unit, you need to work hard to get a lot of Ushab these, and Ushab the bow. Their leadership has been reduced from 45 to 40. So 55 for 50. It's a monster infantry unit. Having this kind of leadership is not great. So when you compare to the other factions, they can able to recruit tier 3. If you can, yeah, a lot of factions does have a tier 3 monster infantry unit, but you can't able to recruit a lot of Ushab this straight away on the get go like the other factions. So you need to consider that fact anyway. The Tomb Kings leadership needs to be higher. Before the patch they were doing fine. It's pretty much balanced out with the other factions, but I'm not sure what they were thinking about for this one here. Tomb Kings took a blow from this patch. Hopefully they will reel back this changes made to the Tomb Kings. Hopefully it will be they will dial it down. Yeah, dial it back to the old one. I don't like these changes over here. So as I mentioned it before, look at this one here. Tier 3 unit. Look at this one. Tier 3 unit 65 leadership. Tier 5 unit, and you can recruit only one. Tier 5 60 leadership. 60 leadership. I don't get it anyway. So even before the patch, I was thinking about they have to change the leadership for the higher tier units anyway, so it's not great. So what about the Hero Titan one? It does have 60 leadership only. It's very similar. They nerfed the Chimera Warspinks as well as the Necrospinks to have similar sort of leadership for with the Hero Titan. But Hero Titan does have a couple of army abilities, the Spirit Leech as well as the Shams Glaze, whatever it is. I kind of forgot the one. Yeah, that's a light spell, a couple of light spell, and then a Spirit Leech. They do have army abilities, but these guys don't have. They have to get into melee and dish out a lot of damage. That's their job. If they're having less leadership, they can't hold their own. They will start crumbling straight away. Yeah, they will start crumbling straight away. 75 leadership, 60 leadership is not great either. So that's a 15 leadership reduced for them. That's a big blow for them actually. And you can't able to get a lot of units. That's what I'm saying. So the entire campaign method is different when compared to other factions. You can't able to have multiple units of the same constant high tier units. You have to get more tier 5 settlements to recruit those guys anyway. So having less leadership won't be helpful at all. So Tomb Kings were fun to play before. That's the reason why I went with Kalida campaign a couple of times. So Cetera campaign is fine too. So some of the people enjoy Cetera campaign, but I do find Kalida campaign pretty much enjoyable. So if you need any help, like any guide for any of the campaigns out there, I'll try to post some videos from now on. So I won't be doing any live streams for until Friday, this Friday, and that's a thing I posted on the community tab. So community tab is the way to go where I announce certain things for my channel, all the things for my channel here. I don't have any social medias. I do have a Facebook page and a Twitter page. I started them up, but I'm not using them anymore. So community tab is the way to go for me. So I'll be posting if anything comes up, if I'm missing a stream or if I'm planning anything ahead. So I'll let you guys in the community tab. So today I posted a poll there. You can able to go through that one. So I'm wanted to do an full map completion campaign. Someone asked it before. Today someone asked it for it. So I posted a poll for the one. You can able to vote for it, and also you can able to if you don't find the options not into your liking, you can able to let me know in the comments there. If whatever faction comes on top, the number of votes comes on top, I'll go with that campaign. So from December 1st, there will be a full map completion campaign coming up. So it will be a one campaign, single campaign throughout that month. So hopefully we can able to finish that one, finish the full map within a month or 2-month time period. And that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully you learned something, and hopefully these changes will be reverted back. And let me know your thoughts about these changes over here in the comments below, so that we'll say do you guys agree or not. I need your opinions too. So some of you feel these changes are pretty much nice. So I totally forgot to point out this one here. Probably these things will be fine in multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer in Warhammer 3, so those things will be pretty much crucial in multiplayer, but they have to consider single player and multiplayer differently. So she has to consider those things in a way. They still think both multiplayer and single player are similar sort of game. No, they are kind of two entirely different games. They need to consider those facts. So going up against the AI or going up against the players are very different. They need to consider that one. They should consider that one. And also they should take a note on the difficulty thing for different difficulty settings for the game. So they still haven't done the one. So there's one more here at the bottom. Like it's already happening in a very hard difficulty over here. There you go. So range unit target selection, soft target first. Hard difficulty. It's already happening. They usually go with archers first, artillery first, then they will go towards your infantry, range unit target selection. It's already happening. You don't need to go to all those stuff. They don't need to do the stuffs anyway. Very hard difficulty, focus fire, targeting selection. It's already happening. It was already happening before this patch anyway. And the what's that one? Proactive evasion. It's already happening in a very hard difficulty. It's not a big change. This is not a big change actually. So the AI difficulty must be improved in legendary difficulty. It's very low when you consider with the Catherine faction, the Catherine campaign, which is the best campaign if you ask me. So as far as I played, so there are other factions as well. For Exportal, the most dominating campaign, you will have an powerful enemy at the start. The few turns will be quite interesting for that one. So if you haven't played that one, you can able to check that one. But after that, you can able to easily nullify them, and also you can able to, if you play your cards right, that's an easy. Once you solve the first few turns, it will be fine. So the first Slaanesh faction near you, once you have dealt with them, it will be pretty much nice. And for whatever other factions, Kalite campaign is pretty much easy. That's the reason I already mentioned it before. In both of my campaign playthrough, I have mentioned it before. I have tried other campaigns as well. So if I'll be posting a guide for Catherine's campaign. So I'm kind of test running it. So expect me to post that video on the next day or couple of days anyway. Hopefully I can do it soon. Anyway, so don't forget to cast your vote in the poll so that I can be able to go through those stuffs anyway. And I'm going to let you guys choose the campaign which you guys want to see. The most number of votes, whatever is getting the most number of votes, I'll be going through that one. So no hard feelings for everyone. So it will be a race for it will be a race for which faction has to be played anyway. That's the end of this one here. Let me know in the comments below. So what are your thoughts about this one here? How do you like this one? So I'll be posting a lot of videos for the upcoming days for Warhammer 3 and for other games as well. Yeah, I've been covering other games as well. For the past couple of weeks, I'm not paying that much attention to other games. I'll be coming back for them too. So make sure to check the title, thumbnail, and make sure to check the title and thumbnail for whatever videos or live streams you're getting into, so that you guys won't be confused. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now. Take care, everyone.